I don't know the exact outcome I was expecting running into a fire, but coming out of it with just a broken arm wasn't one of them. Of course, I have a few, bruises, burns, scrapes, but other than that, I was the only one who was hurt. Well, I was the only one in the building. No one else was even in that part of the park that night. It doesn't do me any favors, though, being the only person within a few miles directly inside a burning building when the police and fire department arrived. Sheriff Dupont has Deputy Champlain and a few other officers outside my room, 24/7. It's kinda reassuring to have that feeling of security, but it still hurts since I know it's not to protect me, but to keep me in, to keep an eye on me. Dupont also asked for the tape from that night, too. With this one and the one from the night of Reed's crash, I'm definitely not doing any favors painting myself as suspicious to him. Hell, once he listens to that one, he'll probably have me committed on the spot. I don't know why he let me have the recorder back, but still, maybe he thinks it'll give him a record for any more crimes he thinks I'll try to carry out. It's been a quiet few days. I've kind of been cut off from the outside world while waiting here under observation. Don't know why they're keeping me observed for a broken arm, but I'm guessing the sheriff has something to do with that, too. No visitors, no phone calls, a nurse and doctor here or there, the sheriff and officers in the beginning, but now, for the most part, it's just me. I can hear the rest of the hospital busy outside my room, granted, but it feels like the world's just continuing to move on. Just been me and my thoughts, my brain. My damned brain that got me into all this in the first place. What the hell was I thinking? Shapeshifters? Monsters? You're an idiot, Martin. But now that the ideas are in my head, it feels hard to deny. After the weird shit I've seen, the weird shit that's happened to me, I don't know. My brain just keeps going around in circles trying to make sense of everything, since it's not like I have much else to do. Probably the worst part is I haven't slept much since that night. It's been about 3 days now, and I've probably only gotten about 10 hours of sleep. My head keeps me up. Tells me to keep thinking, to keep searching through everything I found so far, like the answers are just there. When I do fall asleep, I've been having the same nightmare over and over again. Some parts of it are easier to remember, mostly the beginning and end. Everything in between is kind of a blur. I wake up on the ground in front of the burning ranger station, but it's like it's frozen in time. The fire doesn't move, the forest is completely silent, like I'm standing in a photograph. That's not too weird, though. Traumatic experiences sometimes manifest as recurring dreams. No, the weird part is when I walk inside the station. The inside looks like an old wigwam, decorated in different animal skins and art. I remember that there's a small fire pit in the middle, but all the sticks are burnt up and charred. I know that I try to walk back outside, and always come out somewhere else in the middle of the forest, which doesn't make sense because these kinds of structures were usually built in more open clearings or spaces. But anyway, I can still hear the crackling, the burning of the station in the back of my mind, like some sort of voice trying to tell me something as I walk through the forest. Like I said, I don't remember much else about the middle of these dreams, but I do remember what makes them nightmares. The end. It took me a few times to remember, but after that blurry middle part, I somehow always make my way to the overlook in the park, the one with the viewing station. The view looks like it did on the night of my breakdown. Beautiful. Trees make up the forest below, The autumn colors are starting to come in as the sun sets in the background. But then the sun just disappears. It doesn't go below the horizon, it vanishes from the sky as the stars turn on, like someone flipped a switch. When I look back down to the trees below, there are no trees. All I see are eyes staring back at me. Thousands of them. I don't know what they belong to, but I know that they're coming for me. This marching of yellow orbs in place of the trees. I hear the wind pick up, but then it turns into this high-pitched wailing. There's not really good ways to describe it. The best I can say is sounds kind of like a rabbit scream when it's being attacked. But again, it changes. It sounds like words. It is words, I think, but they're wrong. Like, I can pick up that words are being spoken, but I can't understand what's being said. It sounds unnatural or synthetic. But the best comparison I can make is that weird voter machine thing that we learned about in Professor Johnston's class at Hayfield Community. But I'm getting off track. I keep running that voice through my head, the sounds, but just can't understand what it's saying. Either way, after the noise fades out, I feel something push me, and every time I've had the dream, no matter how many times I try, I can't turn around fast enough to see it. All I know is I fall off the overview into the sea of eyes before waking up. If I wasn't worried about Dupont committing me before with the other tapes, I definitely will be if he hears this. But I'm not letting him get this one, Sophie. No. I'm so close to something. I just need a bit more time. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, I can get this to you like all the others. I don't even know if there's a point in getting it to you now. It's days after Beatley's deadline, but because I haven't been able to use a phone, I don't know where I stand with him. That's the least of my worries right now, if I'm being honest. First thing I need to do is find Reed, find Mandelbrot, get more answers. But first, I need to get out of here. If you can hear this, we need to talk. Okay. I hope that picked up on the recorder. I think I gotta go, Sophie, somewhere. I don't even know how I could, but I'll keep you updated, I guess. Martin Holloway.